Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Chiefs are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against the Saints team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the wideout in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A handoff as they run the counter play. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down following the incompletion. to throw here. Now he'll escape to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
For this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when a knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Defense showing blitz. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They go play fake. Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Detroit! 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 Now let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Blitz. 8 yards still remaining here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On play action, they'll throw. Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
They have 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They run again with Hunt, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. They fake the give. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to work. And look out. I think he's going to go. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 67 yards. He'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Light. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. From the gun, it's Mahomes. finding some room at midfield. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the left side, a catch by White. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. The Chiefs on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Mahomes now to throw. He's got it. This is Ware. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mahomes going to throw. Caught here by Conley. And now running right through it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure. Kansas City touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They go play action here on first down. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down, he'll drop to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Saints on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing May have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Here we go.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Mahomes rolling to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. Now here's Mahomes trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before? And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And Probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now here comes Kansas City. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. We call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd down following the run.
Here we go now.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, that's Fields. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. Touchdown, New Orleans.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Sliding out of the pocket. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
We're back now in KC. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now back to throw. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. He'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even. Field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now here comes Kansas City. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He completes it right side to White. And he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that will help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. To throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
They needed 15. They got 16 and a 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw. Keeps himself upright. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Benny Logan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll look to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. He's back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play there for Casey. 42 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Kansas City, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
All